this video, we're going to learn about single source shortest path, which is by using Dijkstra's algorithm. Now, Edgar W. Dijkstra is a well-known scientist in the field of computer science and theoretical computer science. He was awarded with many different outstanding awards such as SIGCSE Outstanding Contribution Turing Award, ACM Fellow, Dijkstra Prize. Now he developed this algorithm, and for in the Dijkstra's algorithm we use this basic. So on the graph we find out the single source shortest path. Here we are having some source and destination. In between this source and destination we need to find out what is the length of single source shortest path by using this Dijkstra's algorithm. So here P is all the vertices which we have labeled as a permanent label in the path. T is the set of all the vertex whose length is yet to be find out, and the formula which we uses is length of the vertex is equal to minimum in between length of vertex in the last iteration and length of recently added vertex plus weight of recently added vertex to till that particular vertex. Now for example, I am at iteration 3, and in my iteration 3 in my path I have added some of the vertex, and the last vertex which were added in the iteration 2 was C. Okay, this is something I'm having, and length of C in that iteration was 1. So this is what I'm having in the iteration 2. This is what I was having. So in iteration 3 I need to find out the length of each and every remaining vertex which is not added in the path. Suppose for example I need to find out what is the length of E. So I will use a minimum of length of E in the iteration 2, comma, length of recently added vertex, that is length of C plus weight of the edges which is from going from C to E. Okay, there exists a edge, so I will write its weight, that is 4, and length of C in the last iteration was 1, and length of E, suppose that was infinity. So among this, what is the minimum value in between infinity and 5? That is 5. So that will be my length of E in the iteration 3. So this is what we are doing in the our Dijkstra's algorithm. So this is the algorithm. Let's see this algorithm by the help of one example. So we have to solve this particular graph. So in the first iteration, as per the this algorithm is there. So in the first iteration, T is your set of all the vertices. Path means in the permanent label you are forming the path, you are not yet added any vertex. So in the step 1 you will set this as empty, and the length of only the starting vertex, that is suppose A, so that is 0 because we have not yet explored, so length is 0, and length of all other remaining vertex is unknown. So for unknown we write down this infinity. So from this A to Z, I need to find out what is the shortest path I'm having in this whole particular graph. So here, so length of A will only be 0, and length of all other vertices are unknown because we have not yet find out what is the path which is till that particular vertex. So we have just started at this particular place. So P is 5, and T is set of all the vertex which whose length is yet to be found out, that is your all the elements in this graph. Length of A is 0, and length of all other vertex, that is length of B, C, D, E, Z, F, they will be unknown. So that is infinity. Now among all of these vertices in this iteration, 0 is the smallest value. So the value, the length of that particular the vertex whose value is smallest in this particular iteration, that is of vertex A, that will be added into my path. So A will be added into this particular set. Now P is having the permanent label or the vertex whichever added in this path is A. So I will just remove that from this set T because A is already explored. Now we need to explore this many vertices. We have to find out the length of these vertices in the next iteration. And in the last iteration, length of A was equal to 0. This is what we have achieved from our iteration 1. So we will continue with the second iteration. Now in the second iteration, what we have to do, if we look back at this algorithm, if like V is the recently added vertex, okay, so we will going to use this formula, length of X means length of any other vertex will be old length of that particular vertex in the last iteration plus comma or recently added vertex, that length plus from that to that particular vertex its age length. Now we are at this particular place. Suppose A is added in the path. Now what we are doing, we are calculating length of B. Okay, now if you want to calculate the length of b, we should use the formula, that is minimum of old length of b, which was in the previous iteration. So it was in the iteration 1, what was the length of b, that is in the iteration 1, or length of recently added vertex. Now recently added vertex in the path is a, so we will write length of a plus from that vertex to that particular vertex. Now we are finding length of b, so a to b, is there any edge exists, that its weight, so that exists, so the weight of that particular edge is 22. Length of a was 0, so it will be 0 plus 22, and length of b in the previous iteration was infinity. So minimum among these two is 22, so length of b in this iteration will be 22. Now in the same way, if you'll calculate the length of all other vertex, so length of C will be length of C in the previous iteration, which was infinity, comma length of A. So now this is length of A. Now A was recently added in our previous iteration. So this is what we have added into the path. So the length of A was 0, and from A to C, is there any edge exists? Its length, that is 16. Now for D, now formula will be length of d in the previous iteration, that was infinity, comma length of a, that was 0, and a to d, the length of that particular age, so that is 8. So now this will be get calculated as 8. Now for the e, length of e in the last iteration was infinity, comma length of recently added vertex, that is a, value is 0, plus a to e, if there exists age, its value. Now there doesn't exist any age which is going from a to e, so this is unknown, so that's why we will write over here infinity. So this will be applied for f also, for z also. Now for from a to f, there doesn't exist any age, so this will be 0 plus infinity. And from a to z, there doesn't exist any direct age, so that's why this will be written as infinity. So now this will be calculated as this. Now in this we can see that among all of these vertices, the length of d is the minimum among all of these vertices. Now d will be added into the path. Now we will add d into the path for the next iteration. Now d is the recently added vertex in this particular graph, where length of d was 8 in the last iteration. Now we will remove d from this particular set T, so we will be having only this many vertices. Now suppose we want to calculate length of b in this iteration, so how we will calculate the length of b? So length of b will be minimum length between the two values. Now first value is length of b in the last iteration. Length of b in the last iteration was 22. Okay, that value, or length of recently added vertex, that is 8, plus from d to b, if there exists h, its value. Now 8 plus, as from d to b there doesn't exist any h, so value will be infinity. So this will coming out to be infinity plus anything will be infinite, and this will be 22 comma infinite. The smallest value is 22, so that will be written as 22. In the same way, length of c will be length of c in the last iteration was 16, 16 comma length of d is 8, plus d to c, value of age is 10. So 16 comma 18, the smallest value is 16, that will be written. Now again we will calculate for the remaining vertex and we will get this values. The length of e will be your that length of e in the last iteration was infinite, comma length of d is 8, which is recently added. Now this is recently added length of d, so we will use the length of d, that is 8, plus d to e, if there exists h, its value. Now d to e, there doesn't exist any h, so infinite is equal to infinity. Length of f, now we will calculate the length of f. Now length of f in the last iteration was infinite. Okay, now this first value we have achieved, and what is the second value? Now second value is length of d, because d is recently added into the path, its length was 8, plus d to f, if there exists h, its value. Now d to f, there exists a h whose value is 6, so we'll write down 8 plus 6. Now 8 plus 6 is 14. Infinite and 14, the smallest value is 14, that will be written. In the same way, we'll find out the length of z, that will coming out to be infinite. Among all of these lengths, we can see that length of f is the smallest one, so we'll try to add f into the next iteration. Now when we will go for the next iteration, f will be recently added, whose length was 14, and in the same way we will proceed for finding out the length of each and every vertex. Now length of b, Now here the length of B will be length of B in the last iteration. Now we have to look what was the length of B in the last iteration. Now here length of B was 22. So that value 22, comma, length of recently added vertex, that is F. Length of F was 14. And from F to B, is there any age exists? So its value, so that is 7. So that will be written. So this is 22 comma 14 plus 7. Now 14 plus 7 is 21. So minimum among these two value is 21. So that will be written. Now length of C, the same way. Length of C in the last iteration was 16. I will write it over here. Now length of recently added vertex is F, 14. 14 plus, now if there exists age between F to C, so that value, because F is recently added, so its value is 3. So this will coming out to be 16 comma 17, and minimum value is 16, so that will be written as this. In the same way we will calculate the length of E, which will lead to the value as infinite, and length of Z, which will lead to the value as 23, because there exists a age from F to Z. So we'll get some value for this Z, so which is coming out to be 23. Now among all of this, we have founded that the length of C is smallest one. So the name of vertex because of which we are getting the smallest value in this iteration, that will be added into the path. Now in path we will have this particular vertex C is recently added. Okay, now C is recently added. From C to another vertex, we have to find out its length. So length of B will be, now we are at the fifth iteration. Four vertices were added into the path. Now fifth, it's time for adding the fifth vertex. Now in the fifth iteration, we have to find out what is the length of B, E and Z. Now length of B will be length of B in the last iteration, which was 21. Okay, comma, length of recently added vertex, that is C, length of C was 16, plus from C, if there exists age from C to B, so its length, so that is 20. So 16 plus 20 is 36, and 21 comma 36, minimum value is 21, so that will be written. In the same way we have to find out the length of E. Length of E in the last iteration was infinite, comma, length of recently added vertex, that is C. So value of C was 16, plus C to E, the age value of that particular age, or so that is 6. So that is 16 plus 6 is 22. So infinity and 22, smallest value is 22, that will be written. And the same way we will find out the length of Z, that will coming out to be 23. Now among all of these 21, 22 and 23, 21 is the smallest value, and which is the length of vertex B. So because of this we will add vertex B into the path. So we'll add B into the path. Now the new vertex which is added into the path is B. In the sixth iteration, we are at the sixth iteration, 5 vertex were already added into the path, and the last vertex which were added is B, whose length was 21. Now we have not yet find out what is the length of E and Z. These are not yet added into the path, so we'll find out what is the length of E and Z. So length of E will be old length of E in the last iteration, minimum among these two values, so old length of E. Now length of E in the last iteration was 22, that value, so that will be 22, comma, length of recently added vertex, that is B, plus from that recently added vertex to my this vertex. Is there any edge exists? So that exists, B to E, whose length is 2. So we just have to find out this value. So this will coming out to be 22 comma 23, and among these two value, 22 is the smallest value, so that will be the value for my this particular length of E. Now for length of Z, we have to find out what is the old length of Z in the last iteration, which was 23. Now recently added vertex is B, length of B is 21, plus B to Z, there exists age, no, there B to Z, there doesn't exist any age. Yes, there exists a age, yes, that is written over here. So its length is 2, so its value, so it will be 21 plus 2, 23. So 23, 23, smallest value is 23. Among all of these vertices, E is having smallest value, that is 22. So we will add E into the path. So our set P will consist of this particular vertexes where E is recently added vertex. Now z is not yet added into our this particular p, so we will how to calculate what is the length of z in this particular this thing. Now this is only left, so this will be our last iteration. So in the last iteration we are at the iteration 7. So we will find out the length of z, that is minimum length of z in the minimum between these two values, that is old value of z in the last iteration which was 23, comma length of recently added vertex, that is this vertex is recently added, that is 22, plus from that vertex to our current vertex, that is z, is there any edge exist, its value, that is 4. So 22 plus 4 is 26, 23 and 26 minimum value is 23, so the final length of z is 23. Now z will be added into the path. Now we will remove that vertex from our t, and we'll get that we are not having any vertex which is need to be explored, all the vertices were added into the p. So now we will stop. So if we are having 7 vertex in our graph, so we will go till the 7th iteration. So how many vertex we are having in our graph, that many iteration we will follow. Now by using this Dijkstra's algorithm, we can only find out the length of shortest path, single source shortest path. We are not able to find out what is exactly that path. So to just find out what is exactly that path, we have to follow some another mechanism. If you want to find out what is exactly path which is shortest path between source to destination, we need to backtrack and just go for searching the green color. Now here the last vertex which from which we are getting the shortest path length is z. Length of z was 23. Now we have to search at in which particular iteration our length of z was changed. Now we will search in the previous iteration. Length of z is still 23. Now at this particular iteration, length of z is still 23. Now at iteration 4, length of z is still 23. Now in iteration 3, our length of z is infinite. Means there is change happen in between iteration 3 and 4. So what is the vertex we have added in it after iteration 3? Why? Because of which vertex our length of z is changed. So in iteration 4, we can see that in iteration 4, f is recently added. Okay. Now at this particular iteration, your f is smallest particular vertex whose length is added. So what we will do, our path is going in the backtrack direction where z it will be having the previous to z vertex, we are having f. Now f will be added in the path, because of which value of z is changed after this iteration. So we now what we will do, this is because of changes occurred because of vertex f. Now we will search for what is the length of f. Now at this particular iteration, length of f is 14. Now we will again see because of which particular vertex length of f is changed, and that vertex will be written in the path. Now length of f is 14 in this iteration. Now in this previous iteration, length of f is 8. Now again in this iteration, what we have added so that the length of f is changed. Now our path is still at z to f, and what is that previous vertex to f. Now at this particular iteration, our length of d was smallest one. Because of adding d into this iteration, in our next iteration we are getting length of f as 14. So d will be previous to our f. Now again we have to search for at which particular, because of which particular vertex in the previous iteration or length of d was changed. Now in this iteration, length of d is 8. We have to search for another vertex whose because of which our length of d was changed. Now in this iteration, we can see that length of d is infinite. Okay. Now at this place in the iteration 1, our length of d is changed, and what we have added in the length in this particular iteration, so that our in the second iteration our length of d was changed. So in this iteration, this is what vertex we have added whose length was smallest one. So if because of vertex a, adding vertex a, we are getting this change in the this value of length of d. So this is what we are getting. Now before a, we are not having anything because it's the source of our this whole particular shortest path we have to find out. And as this is the iteration 1, we will stop over here. So what is the path we are getting? That is our final path which is having the shortest path. So that is a d ADFZ. Now ADFZ is the shortest path in our in this our graph, which is now A is source vertex and D is the destination vertex, with the length of shortest path as 23, and L of length of shortest path is always calculated in the last iteration, where we are getting the length of z, whatever length of z we are having in the last iteration, that will be our final answer. So this is what we are getting. We just need to backtrack, and at what particular in which particular iteration, because of which vertex your length is changed, you just have to write down that name of the vertex, and so that just go in the backward flow. Whatever answer you will get, that will be your result. So our final path is A to D, D to F, and F to Z.